Hey everybody, what's up? Okay, so let's get right into it. I'm going to be making a supply drop mechanic in Unreal Engine. So just to let everybody know, making an entire loot system is pretty complicated. You can find other tutorials online, pretty easy. So basically, I'm not going to make it so you can open up the supply drop or anything. I'm going to make a whole system where basically they will randomly spawn, they will randomly fall, and you can even shoot them down, just like in Fortnite. So I'm going to go ahead and make that supply drop. And then once you know how to make the supply drop, if you can find a different YouTube video or you make your own inventory system, then you can implement that into supply drops. Alright, so let's get started. We're going to go with a first person template this time because I want the gun in order to shoot down the supply drop. So name it whatever you want. Night supply drop. We'll go with the starter content and create it. Alright, so okay, so we'll be making that whole system. What else do I want to say? I don't know. Alright, so while we're waiting for that to load, it will be ready right about now. Nope. So like I said, I'm not going to be making a whole chest system, especially it gets complicated making everything random, like random drops. So it's, if you know what you're doing, that'd be easy, but at the moment we're just making supply drops that'll just drop at the moment, and then you can implement your own system. So let's go ahead and get started. So I will make a new folder, and I'm going to name it, oh, why did it have to make it there? No, I want it in content. New folder. Supply drop. Okay. So let's open this, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a new blueprint class, and I'm gonna call this a supply drop. Supply drop. Okay. So let's go ahead and open this up, and first thing I want to do is I want to make a little base. So I'm going to go ahead and make a plane. There's our plane. This is, and I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to make this the root. And this is the base. I will call this the base. And let's go ahead and see if there's anything that we can texture it with that might look nice. Is there anything? A target or something? I don't know. I'll just go with that. Oh, that's perfect right there. Okay, so we got this little ring. This little ring is going to be our base. M burst. We'll texture with that. So this is all kind of, in real life, you want to have some actual meshes. But I'm getting off topic. Let's keep going that way. The video doesn't get too long, right? Okay, so next thing we want is a particle system right there. And this will be our smoke. And I want to go with smoke. And there's our smoke. I'm going to go ahead and scale this up because I want it to be really tall. There you go. Perfect. Okay. So we got our base and our smoke. So let's go ahead and drag one of these in and see how that looks. The problem with the ring is it's right on the surface, so we probably want to grab the base. Okay, let's see. I probably here. Go ahead and grab a scene, and let's just make a scene our base. Alright, there we go. Our root. So go ahead and move the ring up. I want it to be just above the floor when people put it down. So now, there we go. Okay, so there we go. We have our base basically. So this is what will spawn to let us know that a supply drop is about to drop there. Okay, so once we have that, let's go ahead and actually make a supply drop. So I'm going to click on the scene and make a cube. Now we'll call this the drop. This is the actual drop here. And let's see if we have some wood. I want to texture it with wood. No rust. I think that's wood. Here we go. There's some. I want some wood planks. Will look nice. Wood oak. Wood floor. There we go. Perfect. So here's our drop right there. And as a child of this, we want to make a sphere. And we will call it balloon. Okay. And let's scale this up. And it's going to be our big white balloon. Alright. So, drop balloon. Now, let's go into our script. So let's get rid of all this. We will go ahead, we'll go event play, even though I just deleted that. Event begin play. We're going to go ahead and we want to move the balloon. So let's see right here. Get world location. And we want to set the world location. Set world location. Set world location. Right there. Okay. So we will split this and split this structure pin. So basically what we're going to do right here is we're going to basically make it so as soon as this thing spawns, it's going to teleport the supply drop up into the air. That way it has to fall, okay? So let's go ahead and we're going to keep the X and the Y the same, but we want to teleport it, so we're going to add. I'm going to go with 2,000. I think that's right, yeah. Or it might be higher. So if I go ahead and press play, you will see that it's up in the air. We want it a little bit higher than that, so we will go with 20,000. Alright, so there we go. Whoa, that's pretty high up in the air. It's okay. I'll change it to 1,000. You can change it to whatever you want. So 1. Okay. So we will go ahead and comment this, and we will say set supply drop location in the air. Okay, so there's that. So now that's done. Now after that, we want this to basically drop, of course. So we will go to the supply drop, to the drop, the box, right here, and we will say simulate physics, and we're going to give it some dampening of 2, that way it falls slow, and constrain it. We want to constrain it on, we don't want it to rotate at all, and constrain the X and Y. That way it will only fall on the Z. Z-axis, because we don't want it like rolling everywhere else. Second of all, we don't want this to be affected by anything else, so click ignore radial force and ignore radial impulse, because the problem is we don't want to throw like an impulse grenade and have it fly back up in the air. That's not, we just don't want that to happen in the game. Let's see, no, we don't need that. Second thing we need to go to is our collisions. So we're going to go with, change the collision to custom, and we are going to have change that to physics only, and we want it to only interact with, like, just static actors and static, like the floor. We want it to only hit floors and stuff. So we don't want it to hit upon a physics body, so ignore all of these stuff. Let's see, projectile. Let's see, no, we don't want it to hit a projectile. Okay, so then that should be set. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the collision on our balloon as well. So we're gonna go ahead and say block all dynamic. Let's see. We'll go to custom. As for the balloon, let's see. We want people to stand on it, don't we? Like, cause in the game, sometimes people stand on the balloon. Well, we can mess around with it. So we will allow pawns, I guess. And as for the drop, there we go. Okay. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, so let's go ahead and click play. And you can see the supply drop is falling, indeed. It's on its way down, and almost here. So if I shoot it, nothing happens. So, I can't walk through this. So that's good. And I can't like bounce it up in the air, can I? No. So there we go. So we got that so far. So that's working pretty well. Next thing we want to do is we want to make it so, what do we want to do? We want to make it so we can shoot down the balloon and make it just fall. So we're going to go ahead and create a new variable called health. Health. And this is going to be a float. And we will give it 100 health. Now, basically, what do I want to do? Project settings. So we'll go to, we need to make it so when our person shoots it, it'll apply damage. So let's go to our first person blueprint. Blueprints, first person character. So, actually no, we don't want our first person character. We want the projectile to do the damage. So add impulse at location. Also, so let's expand this out. We want to apply damage. This is basically what happens when the projectile hits something, if you don't know. So this is our projectile that we shoot, the little yellow ball. So when we shoot something, it hits it, and now, after it does all this other stuff, this is just other stuff that we'll ignore right now. We want it to apply damage. Apply damage. Damage actor is going to be our other right there. And the base damage, we will go with 10 damage. It does 10 damage. And then what else does it need? Nothing else. And then after that, destroy actor. So we want to destroy the ball, just if you don't know what that does. So basically, event, let's type in event any damage. Whenever it takes damage, we want to set our health, and then let's get our health, and we're gonna subtract minus. We're gonna get our health. We're gonna subtract the amount of damage that was caused, and then we're gonna set our new health. And then after that happens, we're gonna create a branch. Press B and just click if you don't know how to do that. And we're gonna say, is this equal to 0? Is our health equal to 0? And if it is, then we want to destroy the balloon. So what we will do is we will go drag out here, we'll say destroy component, destroy component, and it'll be our balloon. We want to destroy our balloon, and then we want to set the linear dampening of the box. That way it falls faster. Set linear dampening, and at the moment it's at 2. Let's go to 0.5. Alright, so let's comment all of this, and we will say, what do we do? Set creates health, and destroys balloon. So that's good enough for right now. So let's go ahead and play. And let's see what happens. So I want this to fall faster. So what if I shoot at it? Okay, that did not work for some reason, so let me go ahead and see. What, I think it's my collision. I don't have my collision right. So let's see, we want to what do we want to do? Custom collision enabled. Oh, we want to block projectiles, that way we can shoot it. The balloon, we want the balloon to drop. Do that. Alright, so let's go ahead and try this. So after doing that, let's shoot at it now. Ta-da! Alright, perfect. So that worked. We can walk through the box, but I think that's okay. You would basically implement like an inventory system, so you could press E and open the box. That's something that's kind of tricky for me. I don't know how to do that. So that's something you'd have to implement it yourself. But we're not done. I'm going to make it so these will spawn randomly along the map. So I hope you know something about nav meshes. Nav mesh volumes. We want a nav mesh bounds volume. Alright, so press P on your keyboard to reveal the nav mesh. And if you do not know what this is, a nav mesh is basically anything, I don't know exactly how to explain it, but this is basically anything that an actor can walk upon. So anything that's green is basically something like an AI. Lots of times this is used for AI, basically for them to navigate. This makes a navigation. Anything green is what they can walk on, and you can see anything that's like gray they can't walk on, and that makes sense because there's a box right there. So we just made that, and what we want to do is we're going to make it so the supply drop will land anywhere in the green area, because we don't want them spawning like outside the map, right? We only want them to spawn on places a player can get to. So let's go ahead and check it out. So where do I want to go now? Go to our supply drop, and we're going to make a new actor. And we're going to call this drop spawn volume. Alright. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on this, and we're going to turn this into what do we want? We want to make a sphere collision. Alright, so here's our sphere, and we want it to have absolutely no collision at all. And basically, we want to make it so event begin play. So we're gonna make an event. Well, not an event. We are going to I don't know, just follow me at the moment. what do I want to do? I want to get random. We want to get a random point in the navigatable radius. So our origin is going to be the origin of our sphere. Get location. Are you kidding me? Remind me later. In the middle of a YouTube video that has to come up. Alright, there we go. So basically what this will do is it'll get a random location in the green navigating area. But it's asking how big of a radius are we searching from the center of the sphere. So basically, what I want to do is I want to set this as a variable, promote to variable, and we're going to call this radius. And we're going to go over to our construction script. Construction script is basically updated no matter what. So it's updated kind of in the editor. So we want to make it so basically the radius is the exact size of the sphere. That way we can make it grow large. Like we can scale it in the editor, and it will adjust the radius, the search radius, to the sphere. So we're going to get sphere. What do we want? We want to get radius. Get radius. Get scaled radius. Get scaled radius. That's really important. Because scaled will mean, like, if we were to scale it, it'll get the radius, and then we're going to set the radius of our search area. So once that is set up, basically, random location, we want to basically spawn an actor, spawn actor, spawn actor from class, and that class is going to be supply drop. We want to spawn a supply drop. We'll split this, and we're going to go the location right there, and then from our event tick, go ahead and hold D and click, and it'll make the delay. We're going to go for, just for starters, we're going to go every 5 seconds spawn a supply drop. And let me compile that, and there we go. So basically, if I comment this, spawn a random drop. And then basically this delay is basically every 5 seconds it'll make a supply drop. Let's promote this to a variable, and we can make this public. That way we can edit it. So let's see. Spawn rate. This is going to be our spawn rate. And at the moment it's set to 5. And then, yeah, that's it at the moment. So let's go ahead and we can delete this supply drop now. And drop down our supply, our volume, and we can scale it up. So now anything within this radius will, anything that's in this radius and green, on the green area, it will spawn a supply drop every 5 seconds. So let's play and wait for a random supply drop to show up. And here's our first one. Alright, so the first one's up there. There's a second one already over here. So every 5 seconds. So see, and here's another one. So we got a lot coming at once. So now we can click on our volume, and we can go into our spawn rate, and we can change it to every 0.1 seconds, and that'll go crazy because we're spawning them so quickly. So yeah, you can have a lot of fun with this. And there we go. So yeah, go ahead and enjoy that. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not make it so, like, the smoke stops when it hits the ground. That's kind of important, isn't it? Let's go back to our supply drop, and basically let's make it so whenever it collides with the base, you know what? What we want to do is event tick. We're gonna check each second if the velocity of our drop, get velocity, component velocity, if the velocity of our drop is equal to 0, and we'll set that to 1. So if it is equal to 0, then we will destroy the base and the smoke. Destroy component. And destroy, and we also want to destroy the base, the little circle. Alright, so now if we make that, now it'll start spawning a few. So I can jump up here. I can't. There would be run right. There's one. Alright. Oh, you know what? It's not even spawning the smoke, is it? Okay. That's because the velocity is 0. So we'll go ahead and we'll make a delay of like 1 second. Alright. And then now we can check. And I'm going to make this spawn faster. Let's see. Every 2 seconds. There's a smoke. Okay, so I'm going to shoot this down. Ta-da! See? And as soon as this reaches 0, it's just going to, the supply drop will just disappear basically. So like, let's see, like this one right here just disappears. Just disappears. All the smoke is gone. Alright, well thanks for watching. I hope you liked this. And you got random ones spawning everywhere, so we're having fun with this. So, alright. Go have fun. Bye. And also, yeah, of course, it wouldn't be like Fortnite if you didn't have those rare supply drops that stack, right? Yeah. Alright. Bye. Make sure to share this channel because I only have, I'm almost at 40 subscribers. That's so many. So many. I'm doing so good right now. Not joking at all. I'm like hitting it big. Totally. So, alright. Thanks. Bye.